When I think of forestry, a lot of names come through my mind. The first to come through my mind on forestry is Dr. Dan Stolle. He was the principal of the Zimbabwe College of Forestry when I enrolled into the Zimbabwe College of Forestry July 1988. And he named our class a new breed of forester, the 9th diploma class at the Zimbabwe College of Forestry. He called us a new breed of forester. And it was drilled into our mind that we were a new breed of forester then, and went into the forestry field with the notion that we are the new breed. And indeed, we were. A lot of guys from our class, the 9th diploma class, did wonders in the forestry industry in the 1990s and into the 2000s. Thank you, Doug Danstole, for giving us the pseudonym, the nickname that we are the new breed of foresters. And right now, at 59, I feel like a new breed of an old forester. The new breed still stands. And the next person who comes to mind is Dr. Yemika Terere. He was the general manager for Forest Commission then, and he ran the Forest Commission on what I believe was the best. All we hear of Dr. Yemika Terere is achievement. He achieved building the FITC and sprucing the Zimbabwe College of Forestry, which you call ZCF. He built that big sawmill at Chinogo, which later got burnt, but it was in his tenure that sawmill was built. And a lot of things, good things that you think of when you talk about Dr. Yemika Terere. I met him one time at Johannesburg International Airport when I was coming from South Africa, and he was down to earth. Musharukwa wepashi anozvininipisha. And that was Dr. Yemika Terere. And when I think of forestry, I think of him. And the next person who comes to mind is Mr. Mike Houston. He was the general manager for Border Timbers 1991 to 1995, somewhere there. And during the drought, he managed Border Timbers in such a way that, we never felt the drought. We never felt the hunger. He made sure that he looked after his people. He used to give us the trainings through the Anglo-OTD Organizational Training Development branch, and everyone was trained in communication skills, and he made sure that you felt wanted at work. You got the necessary skills. Everyone from the A1 to D10, whatever, grade E5, E11, everyone was trained and everyone had a common ground, and communication was his thing. And communication really flowed well, and people would give their best in Border Timbers through communication that he used to train us. And the next person who comes to mind is Mr. Ivan Kanyemba. He was the manager then at Imbeza when I first got my employment in Border Timbers. And he was very simple. He used to wear his khakis, and I used to call him Mr. Flexible Rigidity, because in terms of principle, he was very rigid. But in terms of social, he was, very flexible. You never felt like a junior forester with him. You felt equal to the senior foresters. He was very welcoming. He was a very good mentor, and he gave me a very big head start. And then came in Mr. Martin Coates, another very good mentor. And then I went down to Chimanimani, and I was with Mr. Mbanje, Thomas Mbanje. We used to call him Tom Board. And that one really gave me a very big head start, because you'd make sure that you do everything with mfana wonini mangunda ita zvandataura okay, right? And that, from Tiribar 1, he used to give us, the ethos to work very hard. And I thank Mr. Mbanje for a lot of things. There was Mr. Msesengwa. He was a visionary. He was Mr. Smartman. He would wear his white tennis shoes, white socks, white shirts. I used to call him Mr. Godbeg because there was a guy called Mr. Godbeg, the owner of Mutare Bottling Company then. He used to wear white, all white, and Mr. Msesengwa used to wear white, and we used to call him Mr. Godbeg. And this guy was a visionary, and he trained us very well. So there are many others, but the one of the outstanding people who I come up to mind when I think of forestry was Mr. Willie Macheka. He was a lecturer at Zimbabwe Forestry. He was a chainsaw expert. He was a dendrology expert, and he used to know every tree. Pseudolagnostylis mapronifolia, Psidium guajava, Pterocarpus angolensis, Pittosporum villidiforum. He used to just know this was a back then we didn't have artificial intelligence, and he was a computer at dendrology. He was a computer at identifying trees by their leaves, by their roots, by their trunks. He was just a dendrologist. And the chainsaw maker, he would dismantle a chainsaw and bring it back. The training in Finland, he had training chainsaw. So those are the people that I'm going to talk about on the word from Sambiri. And watch out, I'm going to talk about Mr. Willie Macheka first, because I've got his biodata, and those are the people that shaped my forest and many more. So watch out for the word from Sambiri, and you hear about who is who in the making of forestry. The late, the living legends of forestry, we're going to talk about them. And just watch out on the word from Sambiri. See you in the next video.